Welcome to this sprint. Are you feeling overwhelmed with your daily pace? Do you think there is too much going around you? And how could you get some respite? I am Maya, India's first AI teacher, mentor, influencer. Shrophism concepts aim at helping you live a better life in the mental, physical, and spiritual dimensions. In today's world, many of us are chasing tight deadlines, balancing multiple tasks, and trying to keep pace while our schedules burst with meetings, our email boxes spill over, and the line between job and home grows fuzzy. This non-stop rush creates a fatigue that leaves little space to create, think, or just be in the moment. This is the scenario in which the Japanese concept of Yutori can bail us out. This concept emphasizes the importance of having enough space and time to live a balanced, stress-free life. Yutori in Japanese means room or margin. This concept was introduced in Japan when people realized that the schools were putting too much pressure on the students, and the exam hell of many hours of memorization and test-taking was creating havoc on their mental health. While the system was producing academically sound future generations, there was no joy in learning, and hardly any creativity came out in the high-pressure, structured academic environment. The Yutori changes tried to cut down on course content, add more choices, and make room for students to learn at their own pace. The belief system has spread beyond schools and is now influencing workplace culture and personal views. You might wonder how a Japanese school idea ties to our team's sprint. The link is in how we see work itself. The traditional approach to getting things done sees people as machines. Yet human ingenuity and problem solving cannot thrive in a mechanical setting. Our minds need space to link ideas, work through information, and come up with new thoughts. When we're always in a rush, jumping between tasks, and under stress, we work worse and feel more stressed. This doesn't last and doesn't work well. In this sprint, we'll look at how to bring Yutori ideas into our work life. Our brains need space to make connections, process information, and generate insights. When we're constantly rushed, switching between tasks, and operating under pressure, we typically produce lower quality work while experiencing higher stress. This isn't sustainable or effective. During this sprint, we'll be exploring how to incorporate Yutori principles into our workflow. This doesn't mean lowering our standards or reducing productivity. According to research, intentionally creating space results in better decisions, new ideas, and sustained achievement. Some Yutori-inspired practices we should try include 1. Scheduling buffer time in the middle of back-to-back meetings. 2. Designating specific periods for deep, focused work without interruptions. Remember to set aside your phones while doing this work. 3. Creating space for reflection and review before jumping into the next task. If you don't reflect and review, you may end up making the same mistakes. 4. Embracing less but better in our planning. Remember the ColorX core value. X factor stands for simple ideas, superb implementation. 5. Implementing thinking walks, where team members can step away from screens to process complex problems. 6. Encouraging periodic digital detox hours where notifications are silenced. Digital onslaught drains us, and digital detox is a must for us. Try to spend those hours in nature. 7. Starting meetings with a minute of quiet to help everyone mentally transition and focus. Think of the most creative solutions you've developed. Chances are they didn't come while frantically multitasking. They likely emerge during moments of mental space, perhaps during a walk, a shower, or while staring out the window with a cup of tea. So, what is the science behind spaciousness? Yutori isn't just a philosophical concept, it's backed by neuroscience. Our brains have two unique modes of thought, focused and diffused. While the focused mode is necessary for concentrated work, the diffuse mode that gets activated when we are relaxed and not trying to concentrate is critical for forging new connections and solving difficult problems. By switching between these modes, rather than remaining in high alert focused mode all the time, we have access to more of our brain's problem-solving potential. Yutori sets the stage for this mental switch to happen effortlessly. Some team members may first oppose the Yutori principles. In cultures that associate busyness with importance and productivity, making space might feel uncomfortable or even irresponsible. You can hear issues like, "We don't have time to slow down." These worries are normal, but they're frequently misguided. Great work necessitates periods of emptiness, just as a musical composition relies as much on the rests in between notes as on the notes themselves. To get better results, we're suggesting working differently rather than working less. By integrating Yutori into our sprint approach, we're acknowledging that our team's greatest asset isn't our ability to work continuously, but rather the capacity for thoughtful, creative problem solving. And this capacity necessitates some breathing room. Let's use this sprint to question the busy is equal to productive equation and see what happens when we purposefully make room to breathe. The paradox of Yutori is that by appearing to do less, we often achieve more. And what we achieve is more meaningful, innovative, and sustainable. Practice this powerful sprint and see the changes.